I used to dismantle terror cells and protect world leaders in Eastern Europe. But nothing prepared me for war in my own backyard, all because of a treehouse. The day I finished mounting the last safety rail, a woman in a pressed pink blazer and 4 attorneys stepped onto my lawn. "Tear it down," she snapped, shoving a court order in my face. "Or face $500 a day in fines." The reason? The treehouse paint was a shade off the HOA-approved palette. She thought I was just another suburban dad. She had no idea who she'd declared war on. I built that treehouse for my son, Noah. After my wife, Rachel, passed from cancer 3 years ago, Noah went silent. No more laughter, no more spark. Before she died, Rachel made me promise to give him a place to dream. That treehouse 15 feet off the ground with hurricane-proof reinforcements and OSHA-level railings was my promise. I used to guard presidents. Now I was guarding memories. Noah's eyes lit up every time he saw it. "Can I sleep up there, Dad?" he'd ask, the same golden hair as Rachel catching the sun. I was putting life back into him. Then came Vanessa Granger, the Maple Hollow HOA president. Her smile was sharp enough to slice glass, and she wielded her clipboard like a sword. "This violates subsection B," she sneered. "It's a hazard. You have 24 hours. Noah clutched my hand. "Are they going to take it away?" I'd faced bombs, bullets, betrayals. Nothing hit harder than that question. "Nobody's taking anything," I said, locking eyes with Vanessa. But something in her gaze unsettled me, grief buried beneath layers of fury. It wasn't just about the treehouse. That night, my wife Lauren, a corporate attorney, read through the HOA citations. They're grasping at straws. Temporary structures aren't covered. But I wasn't just thinking about laws. I was thinking about Vanessa. Her reaction to Noah. The way she flinched at children laughing. Something was broken in her, and I needed to understand what. Old habits die hard. I ran a background check. What I found gutted me. 5 years ago, Vanessa's son also died falling from a neighbor's homemade treehouse. The parents had skipped safety rails. No one was charged. But Vanessa's world shattered. Since then, she'd launched campaigns against anything even resembling child's play. Her HOA presidency wasn't about power. It was about control. So I changed tactics. I invited the neighborhood to a treehouse safety showcase. Lauren prepped the legal briefs. I presented every feature: marine-grade rope, double-bolted anchors, and yes, a sprinkler system. Kids explored. Parents relaxed. Then Vanessa showed up. She scanned the yard like a battlefield. I walked her through the details calmly. When I mentioned the anchor points that would have saved her son, she froze. "I know about Eli," I said quietly. Her eyes filled with rage and pain. "You had no right. I lost someone too," I said. "My wife." This was her last wish. Her clipboard slipped to the ground. For a moment, she wasn't the enemy. She was a mother in mourning. That night, Noah gave her a drawing. Our treehouse with kids laughing. At the bottom, "Thank you for keeping kids safe." Vanessa didn't say a word. But she didn't show up at the HOA meeting to tear it down, either. Instead, she called for a vote to suspend the violation notices and form a safety committee with me. The community rallied. We called it Eli's Standard. I thought that was the end. Until the letter came. No return address. Expensive stationery. Just one sentence. "Some stones are better left unturned." I recognized the tactics. Professional. Threatening. And timed perfectly. Then the sedan showed up. Black windows. Government plates. A knock on the door, and suddenly I was face to face with 2 agents, one of them, an old contact from the service. "We need to talk about your research," he said. Vanessa's late husband? He wasn't just an executive. He was Richard Granger, defense contractor, under federal investigation. The case was sealed. My blood ran cold. Tyler's death. Richard's car crash just weeks before. Both ruled accidents. But I knew better. The timing, the silent site was all too clean. I told Lauren everything. She went pale. "You dig further, you risk more than your reputation. You risk Noah." But I couldn't walk away. The truth was rotting beneath Maple Hollow's manicured lawns. And Vanessa? She deserved to know. So I brought her, Lauren, and our veteran neighbor Mike together. I told them everything. Richard's past. The sealed investigation. The suspicion that Eli's death wasn't accidental. Vanessa collapsed into Lauren's arms. They said Richard died in a crash. But the night before, he told me he was afraid. Then she remembered his old laptop. I never opened it. Inside, we found an encrypted folder marked insurance. One video. One final confession. Richard, gaunt and terrified, confessed he'd sold guidance software to hostile governments. If anything happens to me or a light's no accident. We sat in stunned silence. Then my phone buzzed. Beautiful family. Shame if something happened. I looked at Lauren. At Vanessa. At Noah's telescope. Then I made the call. We leaked everything. News outlets. Oversight committees. Whistleblower networks. Within hours, the story exploded. Defense contractor scandal. Child's death part of conspiracy. Vanessa testified before Congress, Eli's photo in hand. My husband made mistakes. But our son died because someone decided his life wasn't worth the truth. They couldn't silence us now. That fall, our safety protocols became national policy, Eli's law. The treehouse. Still standing. Now with a plaque beneath it, for Eli and Rachel, who helped children reach the stars. Noah sleeps up there some nights, telescope pointed skyward. Do you think Mom and Eli can see us? He asked once. I think they never stopped, I told him. Sometimes, war doesn't happen in distant countries. Sometimes, it starts with a paint violation and ends with the truth finally rising like a treehouse above the lies.